Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Ankr. So a lot of you guys out there have actually been investing in Ankr and actually been watching where Ankr's been going because you believe there is a good opportunity that arises in the future of really where Ankr is going. And I think, a lot of us understand that Ankr has a very long-term potential. It's a coin that may not do big things short-term because of the most recent crypto market crashes and dips. It's not one of the strongest coins out there, but I think, realistically, we are going to see some great increases in the upcoming months ahead. So we will be doing price predictions for June, July, and 2021 all together, as well as talking more about Ankr and really what's going on recently with Ankr and why we think, we're still bullish, I guess, on Ankr's long-term future. So if you guys want to stay up to date with Ankr as well as so many other altcoins on the channel, make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video before we get started. So a 1.5% decrease in the last 24 hours. This is a very, very common theme right now, is about a 1% decrease in the 24-hour span. If we take a look at the last month, a lot of coins are seeing about a 35 to 50% decrease. So Ankr's right in the middle of that as well. Like I said, Ankr's not one to break out on its own, but I do believe once it breaks out, it will have a great breakout period with a lot of other altcoins. So Ankr, if you guys don't know, is an Ethereum token that powers Ankr, a Web3 infrastructure and cross-chain staking DeFi platform that aims to make it easy and affordable for anyone to participate in blockchain ecosystems by building dApps, hosting nodes, or staking. The Ankr token can be used to pay for services on the Ankr platform, such as node deployment and API services, participate in on-chain governance, and also act as an insurance for network participants. So the first thing we're going to take a look at is Twitter, and it's going to actually be my own tweet. So I wanted to give back to the community because you guys have been awesome as we get closer and closer to 100K subscribers. So an easy way to, join this giveaway, I'll be giving away 1K worth of Jax tokens as well as 1K worth of Samecoin tokens. So all you have to do is follow me on Twitter, which will be linked in the description below, and then you just retweet this tweet, and it ends July 10th, 2021. That's when we'll be picking the winners. So good luck. I hope you guys win, and let's get on to the next one. So it is Sunday, the recap. So this was Sunday's recap. We do want to reiterate how big this was. There's some big things taking place here. So I will be recovering this a little bit, or, going over this yet again, and then we'll jump into some articles and, like I said, talk about those price predictions. So here we have SLP live on SushiSwap for Ankr/ETH. We also have the Curate project is building on Ankr infrastructure. If you guys don't know, the Curate project is a pretty big project, about 51K followers. You also have the Division Network's BSC bridge is built on Ankr. If you guys don't know much about the Division Network, it's a little bit smaller, about 7.5K followers, but we also have the the XDAI chain docs live on the Ankr docs, and we also hit 10K members on Reddit, as well as started a meme competition. So that meme competition's already over, but big things have been taking place. I think a lot of us are very, very excited for the future of Ankr, and I think you continue to do big things every single week in and out, because we continue to see these great updates every Sunday, and that's why we usually give you guys a recap on Monday, as well as throughout the week we try to give you guys updates as well. So Ankr is definitely one of those coins, like I said, that I like to watch because I think it's a coin that does have a lot of potential left. They are always continuing to hire, is what it seems like as well. Obviously, things are going well. You don't really hire new people unless your company or your coin or your crypto is doing very well. So continues to look like it's doing very well. Taking a look at the next Twitter post from Ankr, it talks about StakeFi as an internet bond launchpad, providing an easy-to-use staking experience to users, enabling DeFi to provide liquidity to staked tokens, as well as connecting staking rewards to DeFi through internet bonds. So you can see a little bit more about this on the light paper of StakeFi, and it's now live. So Ankr just doing big things, in and out, it seems like. But I do want to take a look at this article. So this article specifically talks about Ankr, your forward-looking crypto portfolio with Ankr. So the concept behind Ankr might take some getting used to, but it's well worth the effort. So at first glance, Ankr might seem complicated to prospective cryptocurrency investors. Yet after we break it down, you should find that Ankr is understandable and therefore investable. If we go down, we can actually analyze the Ankr price. They talk about for traders who are dreaming of 10 times gains, Ankr is the type of cryptocurrency that offers this possibility. And that's definitely true because the price is currently very low, like they said, around 9 cents. We are around that 9 cents right now with only a $649 million market cap. We could see that market cap easily 10x from this point in time in the next, even honestly by the end of the bull market, it's honestly possible. I won't say it's going to happen, but it's definitely something that's possible. And if we take a look back at that article, it talks a little bit more about the future of the internet. So it talks about it's interesting to track the history of the internet with society tends to make, takes for granted nowadays. As Ankr, the company behind the coin, explains, Web 1 mainly involved information based in one direction. Web 2, also known as Web 2.0, marked an improvement as it had information streamed both ways. Now Web 3, we're witnessing the future of internet today as websites are becoming smarter. Really, instead of just passing massively receiving data from users, algorithms, and machine learning allowed the really the websites to make predictions based on your data for higher engagement and immersion. So so it does talk about how Ankr kind of clarifies the stance on Web3, what Web3 is different, how Web3 I guess is different than Web 1 and Web 2. Obviously, we're seeing big things taking place with Ankr, and I think a lot of us are very excited for the future. We won't read too much more about it, but the bottom line here, as you can see, there's high conviction behind the Ankr network's concept of anchoring the internet on the blockchain. So you can actually see, are you ready to join the cause, potential profit from the Web3 revolution? So it's great, obviously, to understand what Web3 is before investing in Ankr. It's definitely something, if you guys didn't really get the full understanding right there, that's perfectly fine. Jump into it yourself. Try to do your own research. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'll never give financial advice. So doing your own research is definitely something you should do. I do want to take a look at the actual website itself real quick before we jump into price predictions. So you can actually see connect to Web3 in minutes. We support more than 40 blockchain protocols for our developing purposes. And you can also see that you have an ETH2 staking solution that has launched. If you take a look at the the AETH staking solution here, you can actually see more about it. They talk about why stake with Ankr. Well, it talks about their micropool staking manager, staking liquidity, as well as security. Talks about there's over 48,815 ETH staked currently and 2,800 stakers already. So Ankr StakeFi Internet Bond Launchpad that we just talked about earlier in today's video. Like I said, a lot of stuff taking place here, and you can actually learn about how AETH works, and you can actually calculate your earnings. So let's say we have 120 ETH, and if you do have 120 ETH, very well done, because you will have a yearly earning of about 17,000 or 6.88 ETH if you stake it on Ankr. So a lot of possibilities, and you can see that access Ankr's ETH staking services and ATH here. So you can actually access them with Uniswap, SushiSwap, MetaMask, Onyx, Bitkeep, Trust Wallet, mToken, and so as well as so many more. So we are continuing to see a lot of potential behind Ankr. Like I said, we've talked about Ankr quite a bit on the channel because of this, and I think we are going to have a great outbreak later in the year. So let's talk a little bit about when that will actually take place. We are sitting at, like I said, right around that 9-cent range right now. I think we could easily go below 8 again. It's happened before. I definitely think it could probably happen again in the next couple of days and weeks ahead. A lot of us are talking about this accumulation period that we're currently in. It includes a lot of manipulation and FUD, and that's why we're in this accumulation period. I think a lot of us are just trying to stack up as much crypto as possible for this next bull market part 2. Do remember, guys, never put in what you can't afford to lose, because that'll make you take out too early. Like, this is the big thing. So I've been hearing this a lot, actually. People put 50 grand in, and they don't have 50 grand to actually lose. So when the markets start crashing, they realize they need that money, so they can't afford to lose much more. They take it out. Next thing you know, the market's back to normal, and they lost 20 grand in a matter of 2 weeks, because, like I said, the volatility of today's crypto market is just massive. So you got to be very, very careful about not investing too much, but investing obviously the same. So I will say, Ankr specifically by the end of June, I don't think we'll move too much, because, like I said, the manipulation period I do expect to last until the end of July at the very least. So Ankr by the end of June, I see right around a 9 to 10 cent mark still. Preferably to closer to that 10-cent mark, but 9 to 10 cents is still going to be the range that I see Ankr by the end of June. By the end of July, I think we will continue to see Ankr actually start to pick up a little bit on the sideways or uptrend. I think by the end of July, we could easily see Ankr getting a breakout period about July, maybe 27th, 28th, and jumping out of really this manipulation FUD period of accumulation and making its way closer and closer to about 8, maybe a 12 to 15 to 20 cent range. I think realistically, though, I'm going to stick with about a 13 to 15 cent range is where I could see Ankr by the end of July. A lot of people are hoping for a lot more, and I will say, guys, I do think Ankr has a lot left in it, but unfortunately, we are in a rough patch during this crypto market. So I do think, realistically, by the end of the year, by the end of the bull market, we could easily see Ankr pushing closer to its all-time high. And I think realistically, we could see it right around a 30 to 40 cent 30 to 40 cent price point by the end of the bull run at the very, very least. I think we could see even much more than that. Like I said, this could easily be a 10x coin. It's just all a matter of time till we can actually see what's going on a little bit closer in detail. And I will say, guys, I always stick with very, very conservative price predictions, very realistic price predictions. So that definitely impacts, where I'm pinning my price points or, price targets. So make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about my price predictions. Do you think it'll be much higher, much lower? I would love to hear what you guys have to say as well. I know there's a lot of scammers in the comment section, so I'm sorry about that. I report probably 50 to 100 each day, or not each day, each week, and I, try to stay on top of it, but there's just so many. They continue to make new accounts, so just be aware of scammers in the comments. Thank you guys again for tuning in. I'll see you guys all in the next one.